Good morning, guys. Story time with Ash and Sean. Today I'll be continuing on from chapter 42, Wrath, from the first book in the Blood Ties series, Mine, from A.K. Rose. She's an awesome author of dark romance, so if you like dark romance, give her a go. Natalie! Nick's roar boomed in my ears. Natalie, don't you dare fucking touch her. She jerked her gaze to the phone in my hand. Is that him? Her breath stills as agony carved across her face. Is that my Nicky? She didn't need to cut me with that damn knife. Her words did it for her. I swallowed the agony, forcing myself to play her game. I nodded, lifting my phone. Yes, it is. He wants to talk to you. She licked her lips. The knife still shimmering in her hand. Put him on speaker. I tried to see the button, praying I hit the right one. My finger trembling violently, but the moment I did, Nick's voice filled the air. Natalie, he snarled. You fucking hurt her, and you're dead to me. She winced, her breathing catch. You hear me? He barked, his voice filling the phone, smothering the roar of the Mustang engine. I'm dead to you now anyway, she murmured, lifting her gaze to mine. Her face brightening. You never cared this much about me. You fucking cheated on me. His deep voice was etched with agony. You fucked other guys behind my back, and you didn't give a shit when I found out. She shook her head, the knife trembling in her hand as her face grew brighter and brighter. For a second, it didn't click, but Nick kept talking. You're the one who ruined what we had, Natalie. No one else. I did it because you stopped wanting me. She took another step closer, desperation making her clench the knife in her hand tighter and direct that unpitying violence at me. Now I see you won't want me ever again. I waited for him to answer, waited for anything as the others from the party crowded around. But as my pulse grew louder, I caught the sound of tires skidding. The Mustang engine roared as the car kicked up dirt and hit the shoulder with a thud. Doors were thrown open as my brothers charged, Gio's eyes widened as they came for him. Banks, someone screamed. Fucking bastards. In a blinding blur, the fight broke out, but it was 8 against 3. I jerked my gaze to Natalie as she let out a feral scream and lunged toward me, the blade slashing in the air. Wrath, Nick roared, throwing out a fist, driving it into some arsehole's face. Headlights lit up the fray. Fist and blood, Tobias was a fucking animal, charging forward to take down the biggest of them there, unleashing his blows with sickening savagery. Still, the sound of cars grew louder behind us. There were more coming more against my brother's fear chilled me to the core. I leapt backwards as Natalie slashed the knife through the air, coming for me. Fucking slut, she howled as my brothers fought all around me. Their yells drove me forward. I dodged the slash, stepping to the side, then lunging, driving my pathetically small fist into her stomach, and barely made an impact. But it didn't matter. I was already swinging with my other fist. Only this time I drove it into the side of her face. The blow hit hard, crunching my knuckles. She stumbled sideways. Nick divided his focus, desperate to get to me. But there were two of them on him. Two who drove their fist into his face and his stomach. He let out a grunt and swung his savage glare back to his attackers. Nasty fucking cunt. Natalie punched out the words at me, her fingers cradling her bleeding nose. I'm going to hurt you for that. The fuck you, I snarled, and stood my ground, my brothers fighting at my back. The crack of a gunshot came a second after cars skidded to a stop behind us, but I didn't dare take my eyes off her. Not for a second. Enough, Larazad barked, striding forward. But punches were still being thrown by Geo's asshole's buddies. Freddie moved fast and charged forward, then raised his gun and took aim. We said enough, assholes. Lazard Rossi carved a line through the middle of the merely sparring, a glance at Geo, who was under Tobias, his arms outstretched, his mouth bloody and ruined once more. You, Lazard snapped, you stupid fucking idiot. I fucking warned you. Lazard looked to Tobias, who was filled with brutal frenzy. Something passed between them, a kind of unspoken loyalty, or maybe it was the fact that Lazard knew a few minutes more and Geo wouldn't need to worry about his injuries because Tobias would kill him. Freddie, Lazard called his bodyguard. Get him the fuck out of here. Freddie moved instantly, striding forward. Tobias didn't fight when Geo was dragged out from under him, just held the asshole's glare. The next time I see you, there won't be anybody to stop me, you got that? Geo spluttered, blood flecks shooting in the air as he coughed and tried to breathe. I will end you, Tobias promised. You won't need to, Lazard stepped closer, meeting Geo's stare, because I'll do it for you. Uh-huh. The bark came from behind me. I jacked my gaze to Logan as he strode past me. His movement was just a blur as he lashed out, grasping Natalie's wrist and twisting until her knees buckled and she cried out in pain. Let go of me, she screamed.